Hello, everybody. This is our Astro energy forecast for the week of April 6th. My name is Camille Craft. I'm the owner and creator of Vital Mystic, and I do these every week, roughly around 10. So we're going to dive into the energy, and then what we're actually preparing for next week is actually kind of a really big deal. Um, and it just feels like there's just this big wave. Welcome in. There's just like this big wave that's like gearing up to this whatever event it is. And, when I was looking at the energy, I do feel that the energy is going to be better mid-April into May. And then we're getting into this really beautiful, luscious energy, and I'll explain why. But this week is part of those decisions or choices that might open doors for you, but it might not look like it at first. So, today, we are initiating this week. We are coming off of the full moon last week. We are coming into the last quarter of the moon, and we are having a waning moon in Sagittarius. Waning moon in Sagittarius is incredible for really just seeing like where am I actually brake pedaling myself. That can be along the lines of in our mind, it can be actual circumstances, it can feel like our ability to handle something. And so waning moon in Sagittarius is how can I either ease with more grace the story that I'm telling myself, or how do I pivot with the story that even though I'm facing these different things in my life, how can I tell the story that I'm already winning, that the thing that I desire is already on its way, that I'm already the perfect conduit for the thing that I'm calling forward. So on April 9th, in a couple days, Mars will move from Pisces, where it's not actually very happy, into Aries. And so when it makes this transition, there's going to be something that like kickstarts, like maybe that engine that you've been trying to fix for a while, and then all of a sudden everything starts to move. The reason why I say this is because are also gearing up for stellium next week, where we have a significant amount of planets as well as Chiron all in Aries. And there's going to be a lot of stuff on the internet, just kind of something like you can say coming to head. You can think about Aries energy as like this, like no fucks. Hopefully this comes back. No fucks given type of energy. Let's see if this comes back or not. I love that it's paused now. Nope. Let's see. All right, let's try again. See if that worked or not. Okay, now we're back. We're going to just keep going through this. So, Mars and Aries, that's going to be an incredible time. Like I said, there's a pivotal decision that has to be made, and it's not necessarily like everything's going to point you to that direction. It's a decision you have to make internally, right? It's an internal decision that is going to help create the infrastructure of the wealth or the desires or the things that you are calling forward. But it is a pivotal decision that probably will come sometime either this week or by the 15th. So, Mars in Aries in itself is a very powerful transit for momentum. However, Mars in Aries, that's ultimately what it rules, right? The planet of fire and momentum and power, and also fighting, right? Comes into Aries, which is like no fucks given, right? So when we have that much fiery energy, it can bring up anger, it can bring up the need for boundaries, it can bring up the need to like really look deep within and say, like, what is this decision that I'm going to make? Not from necessarily having the perfect circumstances outside of me, but kind of like a thing that you decide, like, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. This is what we're doing. I've had enough of this story. This is what's going to happen. And this is one of the most, you could call it dangerous, most powerful things that you could possibly do. Because when you get to a point in your life where you decide no matter what, you are going to commit to something and you're going to do whatever it takes to be a conduit of that reality, the universe will literally orchestrate around you. But the sacred rage, right? Yeah, 100%. See, that's what I'm saying. All the anger is coming up. The sacred rage is there because it's helping you. It's like a sacred fire. And we've been taught to go, boop, nope, I'm not angry. Nope, that's not a good feeling. Nope, that's not the thing that we should feel. When in reality, anger is a momentous piece, right? It is one of the most powerful things that will ignite or initiate a path. And so when we think about that, you can think about it, it's the same thing as passion. Right. And so, what we want to fuel and what we kind of want to get to the core root of is like, what are you actually pissed off about? Are you mad at yourself? Are you mad at the circumstances of the world? Are you mad like at this or that? And then, how can we use that alchemical fire to like burn through the illusion, burn through where I'm stopping myself, burn through like, I don't have my power, right? Burn through this person did this something to me or whatever, but actually kind of reclaim like, well, even if that did happen, or even if those things are happening, I still get to be the creator of my world. And therefore, I'm going to let that fire move out from me. And I'm not trying to burn other people, but I'm going to move it out from me. And if you're feeling stagnant or you're like this, you're going to let it move out from you and you're going to let it move through whatever is illusion is coming forward. And the reason why I say this is because we have a conjunction between Mars and Neptune at the end of the week. And that's why I'm saying this is a powerful time to make a fucking decision. All right. Not the decision like, cool, I have all my ducks in the fucking row. Like, that's not the decision that we're making. We're making the decision because we decide to take the reins of our life. And we decide, cool, thanks so much. I'm going to take my power back and I'm going to figure it out. Right. And that fierce trust in yourself, that fierce trust in your power, your intellect, your vision, even if it doesn't look like you have all the right tools, all the right things, I swear to you guys, it will like literally reorchestrate your life. And the second that you claim that, the universe will start sending you doors. It will. And so this is how I've quantum leaped every time. And it's not because I have the perfect tools or the best, I had like no knowledge on business at all. I just decided I was fed up with bullshit. And then I was like, all right, we're just going to do this. I'm going to listen and I'm going to do some actions that I've never done before. And I don't want to dance around the fire anymore. I want to get into the fire and become it. And that's what happens when we allow for ourselves to be a conduit of a vision or a desire, where literally you just start moving like water. And what I mean by that is you're not cycling up here anymore. You're not wasting your time wondering what someone's going to think with the quick email that you're going to send. You're just letting it move from you, right? And you're just being honest and transparent. There are so many things I had to renegotiate this week, or things I had to look at, or like, all of these different pieces. And it's like that has to move, right? Even though maybe you've been sitting on a decision for a while, whatever it is, it's like recognizing, like, okay, cool, that decision has to be made now. And so that's actually where the potential is. And the reason why it's important for you to make that decision is because we are going to have a very important stellium next week. You're going to have all sorts of crap on the internet. When I look at the energy of the stellium, I'm not talking about world events. I'm talking about your power and what you are doing in your life, right? When I look at the energy of next week, it is a level of power that is just like going to shift your world, shift your identity to the point that your reality shifts so quickly that you cannot tell the same story. That's how quickly it will shift, right? So, whatever story we've been telling, or whatever thing, whatever illusion that we need to move through, that's going to just open you up. And that's how rocket fuel works. That's how quantum leaps work. You go, you release, you release, you release. And the last edge of that is anger. Because when we come to that angry place where we're like, fuck this, you know what I mean? That means that we have this momentum, and it's not, oh, let's push it away. Let's actually embrace it, because that's going to be the fire to my fuel, and all the fuel to the rocket ship of, I'm just going to go now. I'm going to let myself move like water. I'm going to let myself, prove myself wrong about all the things that I thought, like the terrible things that I thought happened, when I would fully set myself free. And, a lot of people don't talk about this with Aries, but Aries is one of the only signs in the zodiac that can look at shadow and literally transform it very quickly, right? And it's because of the level of fire. It's that Mars power. I would say Scorpio is very similar, but it's like you're looking at something and you're like, this is not moving. Therefore, I'm going to shift my inner world and my trajectory. I get to choose how my life is going. I hold that level of power because I claim it. And I know that when I hold that level of power and I claim it, there is nothing that can stop me between me, my goals, and my desires and what I truly know I deserve. That's the level of power. So when we have all these planets coming together on April 16th and 17th and making this freaking parade in Aries, in whatever house is ruled by Aries for you, it is literally your identity is going to shift so much in that area of your chart that it's going to be like rocket fuel. Everything that you've been cleaning up, maybe even in the past eclipses or whatever it is, it's just going to open doors for you. And that's what it is. It's like it's been gearing you up and thinking about like, we have this Chiron Kazemi next week. This is about identity, right? Who are you really? What is your power really, right? Not like what we were told to do or the success or the things that had to be done in like this 3D format. It's like when I really root into that power within myself, what is possible? Like, what am I actually really capable of? And if I just let myself move and I trust that vision, and even if it's just moving and taking a step, and then I figure out the next step, and then I figure out the next step, that's going to open doors so quickly. And that's going to help you move into that next level, right? So, with that said, on Sunday, on the 12th, I think that's Sunday, we have this conjunction between Mars and Neptune. Mars is action, Neptune rules, rules illusion, it also rules dreams. And it's basically like, what illusion have you been living in? And it's going to hold up a really strong mirror of the power's always been in your hands. It's okay to let go of needing to probably people please. Some of you guys might have released this on the Libra full moon, taking care of others, taking in other people's opinions before you make your moves, all the considerations of the things that you've been doing, and like, where do I want to rekindle that power? And how can I trust the leadership that is inside of me, the true identity of who I am, to be enough, right? To be enough, that I already am enough, that I have everything that I need to create what I want in this moment, not in a fucking to-do list, not when I reach this thing or do that thing, but in this moment. One of the biggest things that you're going to recognize that really helps you catapult is looking at the things that you are avoiding doing. Whatever stories you're telling yourself about why you're not doing something that you feel like you need to be doing, you're going to take that action sometime around April 12th, because what that's going to do is it's going to help catapult you. And then as this whole parade of Aries and fire energy sweeps through your chart, you're going to be on the rocket ship already, not trying to run after it, right? So let me ask you, if you knew without a doubt that whatever you were calling into your life was literally hours away or days away, like it literally was like coming. Maybe that's the love of your life, maybe it's the business, maybe it's the clients, maybe it's the money, whatever it is. How would you be acting right now? Are you fully prepared to receive that result? And are you fully prepared to act quickly, right? Very, very quickly. Like you have to like, I think about even my journey as an entrepreneur right now. It's like I'm at a capacity and I always know I reach a certain capacity because I'm about to move through and hold more, right? But I can't understand or test that capacity unless I don't give myself the opportunities and the actual initiations of I have to trust my instincts so much that I like literally have no time to think about what's the worst case scenario, right? That's how fluid you have to be in the coming weeks. And that's my invitation for you. If you knew without a doubt that that thing was coming very soon, are you prepared to act on the thing right now? Are you prepared to take in all the clients? Are you prepared to take in all the money? Are you prepared to take in the love of your life who's going to fucking want to like do everything for you? Prepare now and break the illusion that it's not already here, because it literally is coming to your doorstep in the coming weeks. That's what I mean, right? And we always think about, oh, the thing shows up and then all of a sudden we sabotage, right? Because we're like, oh, it came so fast. I'm telling you right now, get ready for it because by the time we come into May, all this energy is going to flood in. And you want to be in the place where you're just empressing out and you're full receiving and you're letting that stuff move, not like, oh, not doing this, like not gas braking, right? That's not what we're doing. So this week is focused on releasing that, releasing the way that we're still telling an illusion, honoring the fire, honoring the rage, honoring the anger. What are we truly angry at? And what do I need to like, where do I need to take back my power? Waning moon in Capricorn, the second part of the week, that's about structure, right? Where have I given my power away to the perfection of structure instead of just trusting that intellect or instinct, right? And that true identity that I have everything it takes. Your success is inside of you. It's never outside. It's decided. It's just literally decided the moment that you're like, yep, I'm ready. That's all it is. That's all it is. So with that said, we're going to be having a masterclass on April 16th talking about the five-part frequency framework for everyone who is wanting to call their clients, their offers, all of those things. This is something I've been working on for a long time. So if that is you, you can comment Sona on any of our stories or our posts in the coming weeks, and we're going to be dropping a really special masterclass at this time on how to call the things that you want to you. This is an actual strategy I've been using for quite some time, especially if you are a business owner. But yeah, been feeling a shift since this morning. Yep, definitely. Well, I hope you all have an incredible and beautiful week. Just remember to get out of your way, honor the rage, and let it be the fuel to your fire to create those actions that are going to create a consistent and powerful growth trajectory for you. All you got to do is say yes and let yourself move like water. That's it. In the fire, right? That's it. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.